Hello, and thank you for joining On Air with Russell Hotels live hospitality talk show. We are live in Costa Rica, Playa del Coco, to be specific. Hey, what else can I say? We're coming at you live in Costa Rica. Okay, I think this is my first international show. So hey, now I can say that On Air with Russell Hotels is international now, right? So there you go. So live from my balcony outside my hotel room. If you want to call it a hotel room, it's actually a what do you call it? Timeshare, if you will. So, but it's they treat it like a hotel. So let's just go ahead and call it the Breeze Hotel in Playa del Coco. Okay, so the Breeze Residences, Playa del Coco. So there you go. So hope all is well. Happy Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, but we'll get into that later. I'm not sure what's going on today as far as me eating. Am I gonna have tacos? I don't know. There is a Mexican place in town, but uh, I don't know. I have to go and check it out. Okay. And in fact, let me turn on my banner. I forgot about that. It is show number 118. And like I said, we're live from Costa Rica. So I want to make sure you guys know that. Turn on my comments and see if anyone's making comments because comments are appreciated. And I hopefully you do chime in. And if you have questions or comments, you can feel free to do that. I'm on StreamYard today, so I'm live on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. I'll give you a story about what happened with Instagram with me a couple of days ago, but that's not important. But it's a good thing. I'll just say this: it's a good thing that I have multiple platforms that I can work with. Okay, because sometimes if one cuts you off, you have several more that you can still do live broadcasts. I can stream, I can do live, I can do all that stuff. So nothing should stop you from doing it. Okay. So with that being said, I don't know if I can have my shades on and read at the same time, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So today is August 3rd. I may have said this already. It's August 3rd, Tuesday, 2021, show number 118. And it's a special show. Like I said, we're live from we are leaving to go ATV ride. Okay, at 2:45. 2:45. Okay. So I have just got a text at 2:45. We're gonna go explore Costa Rica by ATV. So we're gonna do that at 2:45. So I'm right on time, right? So in fact, 1 hour earlier because I didn't know what I would be doing later. So it's not you, it's me. It is 1 o'clock here in Costa Rica, but it's still 12 o'clock in LA. So, but anyway, so just so you know that. In fact, let me take these shades off. I'm trying to be cool and do this at the same time, but I can't see. So can't be cool when you can't see. So no comments yet, but that's okay. Did you know that I got, of course, I got to give some information about Costa Rica, right? Did you know that it's one of the 11 eco-friendly destinations? 25% of its territory is made up of national parks and biodiverse reserves. It uses 95% renewable energy and is working to become the world's first ever carbon neutral country. 12 main ecosystems, that's 5% of the world's biodiversity, and inviting culture and a great selection of eco lodges. So if you wanted to do the whole eco lodge, you can do that. It says many, so a great selection. It says a great selection. So to me, that means many. Okay, so if you're interested in that, check it out. Definitely a destination to visit. This is my second time actually in Costa Rica. I had been in Tamarindo, which is about an hour from here. Tamarindo, if you some people know it because it has the beaches you can surf. In fact, I learned to surf there. Not a good surfer, but I did learn to surf there some years ago. And no, I'm not very good at it. In fact, I don't think I'll ever do it again. So, but it was fun. It was fun doing it. I mean, I was so sore when I did it. I was sore with muscles that I didn't even know I had. So it's definitely a workout, and I definitely have a lot of respect for anyone who surfs for a living or professionally or just for fun, and they can always get up and stand up and do all that kind of stuff. That like I said, I wasn't born doing that. I wasn't raised doing that, but I started as an adult trying to do it. So it was, I was able to do it. Would you rather go on safari? Oh my goodness, these people. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so I am not going to answer that. I am doing a live right now, so I don't know what they are trying to do. But what I'll do is I will go ahead and send them an email because I'm not gonna mess up my live here. So hold on one second. Hold on one second. Doing my show. ATV. Hold on. ATV. Gosh darn it. ATV today will work. So I'm sending a message because I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing this live show, and then people are asking me, do I want to do do ATV today, or do I want to wait and do something else? ATV, hold on. ATV today is fine. Doing show now. Okay, so there you go. So hopefully they do not disturb me ever again while I'm doing the show. So I do apologize for that, but I had to take care of that, a little piece of business. So I told you about Costa Rica. Um, so eco-friendly for destinations that are eco-friendly. This is definitely one you need to try. The flight time from LA, because that's where I'm from. Flight time from LA is like five. I think we got here a little faster than normal, I think, but we're 5 hours and about 15 minutes. So I think it ranges from 5 hours and 15 minutes to about 5 hours and 30 minutes, depending on you catch the jet stream or not. Okay, so but yeah, it's interesting destination, great destination. Like I said, I've been here before, and make sure whenever you go to different destinations, not just out of the country or whatever, you support the local economy the best you can, right? Because there's servers, there's restaurant servers, there's hotel workers. There's the same thing in the states that it is in some of these other countries, right? So make sure you support it. You eat at you dine at the local restaurants. I mean, sometimes we get caught up in these all-inclusive resorts, and we don't leave the resorts to kind of look at the local situation that's going on there. But I always make sure, even if I'm doing an all-inclusive resort, I make sure I do go to the town and partake of whatever they have. If that's the restaurants, if there's bars, if there's shops, things like that, where the locals are, I definitely do advise anyone who's traveling to do that. So because they depend on that stuff too, right? They just depend on money and to keep the economy going. Um, so there you go. Oh, check this out. I did this. I'm gonna show you a video in a minute, just to kind of the room, some food, the beach, that kind of stuff that we've experienced so far here in Costa Rica. But what I didn't show, and I think I did post it somewhere, is this fish spa. That's what they call it, a fish spa, where you put your feet in the water and these fish, and I can't remember the name of the fish. They come and they, I hope you haven't eaten. They come and they eat this dead skin off of your feet, right? So this, I've seen this like in other countries, meaning I've seen video of this in other countries, but I never experienced it myself. I've never seen it before, other than just a couple of days ago, and I actually experienced it for myself. I put my feet in there, and for 20 minutes, it was like 20 minutes for $20. Okay, and it was worth it. I'd have paid more than that to see all these fish. Probably, I don't know if there's 100, probably close to 100, maybe 50, between 50 and 100 fish. They just attack your feet and they eat off the dead skin on your feet, and it gives this tingling sensation of your feet. I mean, they're between your toes, they're under your feet, they're on top of your feet. They're, your leg is submerged somewhat, your ankle, so they're on your ankles, they're everywhere. So it's, like I said, for 20 minutes, and it's the most interesting thing. It's funny. It was interesting. So definitely, if you ever get if you ever get an opportunity to do it, they call it a fish spa is what they called it. So but I did that the first day I was here, so that was kind of funny. But anyway, so enough of that. Enough of that. But let me just show you real quick, just a little quick video on. It's just a video that I took, that I did on Costa Rica. So one second. There you go. So I just want to add just a real quick video took, just so you can see what's going on here in Costa Rica. A couple things, but please feel free to go to my Twitter, Facebook, as well as I think I posted something on LinkedIn regarding me being in Costa Rica. I'm not doing anything on Instagram because I got put in, and I really don't understand how I got put in jail, but I got put in Instagram jail. So I've been suspended from Instagram, my Instagram account, for I don't know, at least a week. I remember. I don't think I get access, or hopefully maybe they'll just ban me altogether. I'm not sure, but because I'm really not sure what the heck I did wrong. But anyway, I got banned until the 6th of August. Okay, so that's why I normally post things on Instagram. I normally do this show for the last 3 weeks on Instagram, Instagram Live. I do Reels, I do all that stuff. But because I was banned and put in Instagram jail, I'm not able to do that. So that's the reason for that. Like I said, I'm not sure why. They said it was some type of copyright infringement, which why would I do that? I've never done that. I've been on Instagram for years and never done that. But now all of a sudden they said I did something. I'm like, well, can you give me example of what the heck I did? But I yet to have that. But anyway, that's why it's important that you not put all your content on one platform, because what happens if this one particular platform says you violated, their policies and procedures, then you're basically, you're at a standstill, you're stagnant. But I'm not going to allow that to happen. So that's why I have multiple. Oh, yes. Eric Gibson says, Pura Vida. Yes. Have an Imperial on me. Yes. Imperial. Yes, I will have an Imperial, and I'll have a Chili Waddle for you as well. Okay. So thank you so much, Eric, for joining in. You've been to Costa Rica before? I didn't know that. Natalie didn't tell me that. So, yeah. Pura Vida means pure life here in Costa Rica. All the Ticos will say, oh, Pura Vida, that kind of thing. Like, it's pure life. Like, don't take stuff so serious, you know, just chill out, just be cool, right? And have an Imperial beer, Imperial, and like I said, a chili Guado. So you have those together, from what I understand. In fact, I've had several of those already. In fact, my sister just went to the store. She happens to be here. I said, can you, give me some more Imperial? So hopefully she remembers that and brings that back for me. But thank you so much, Eric, for joining. I do appreciate that. And anybody else that wants to join, please join and make some comments. That's what it's all about. So, but the fish spa thing was definitely something to do. But check out like I said, go to Twitter, Facebook. I think it's on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel, which is Russell of Hotels, and look at the fish video, the video of my foot in the water and the fish eating. Yes, spend time at Tamarindo and Chawu Chawuta Chawata. I've never been there. Okay, yeah, I've been to Tamarindo before. That's why I mentioned, I guess, before you got on, I learned how to surf there, doing a longboard. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, so we're about an hour from Tamarindo. Okay, but I'm in Playa del Coco, if you know where that is. So it's okay. I'll tell you this. It's about 20 minutes from the airport, which is Liberia. So you may have flown into Liberia. This is my first time flying into Liberia. The first time I flew into San Jose. So I flew from, this is crazy. I didn't know. Anyway, I guess that's what happens sometimes. I did the last minute, made a ticket to the last minute the first time I went. So I flew from LA to Miami, Miami to San Jose to Liberia, and then took a bus to Tamarindo, the shuttle to Tamarindo. And San Jose is San Jose, Costa Rica, not San Jose, California. Okay, just in case. Like, oh, why'd you have to go back and forth from Miami or San Jose? Believe me, there's somebody out there that's gonna think like that. So, but anyway, and it is warm out here. So it's humid. It's probably about 90 degrees and 100% humidity. So in my back, I wanted to show you guys the view. So I'm actually facing, my back is against the sun. So I'm gonna be sweating here in a minute. So I may have to change positions. But anyway, so move on with the show. Let's go on with the show unless somebody has some questions. So a quick thank you to Davon Reeves for the info you gave out on hotelship. I think Davon is a jewel, a diamond, and just basically someone that's needed, someone that's given information, that's dropping gems as far as hotel ownership, because people don't think it. I'm gonna say it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying you don't have to do your homework. I'm not saying you don't have to have all your ducks in a row, because you do. But the way she is having these seminars, these webinars, and basically showing you what to do as far as hotel ownership, I think is great. I want to thank Davon for that. There's three things that will make your hotel successful: location, the brand, and the operator. Location, of course, location is key with anything. The brand, because you want name recognition, you want reservation system, you want all that stuff. And she also says that you can come up with your own brand, but it's expensive to do. You spend so much money. Why can't you invent the wheel when there's other brands that have already done it? Unless you want to do a soft brand, like say the Autograph collections with Marriott, Curio collections with Hilton. Those are called soft brands, where you still have your name. Let's say I want to call it Russell Hotel Russell, but it's part of the Autograph collection. You know what I mean? So there's certain hotels that have soft brands that do that. So Marriott, Hilton, I think at least one other company does the soft brands. But I thought that was interesting information. Quick shout out to Lauren Brown and Marette Padavani, and I give them shout out every week. Why? Because they're good people. They know what they're doing. Because they listen to the advice I gave. So what they've been doing for the last several weeks, I'm gonna say they're probably going on 3 or 4 weeks now of doing live videos, kind of impromptu live videos. They have a lot of information to share, and I've always said if you have a lot of information to share, you need to do live so people can hear your thoughts. You create your content, right? Because there's a lot of information that people have, but they keep it to themselves because they're afraid to do live or to do a show like this. But I think it's very important that we look at, especially these two ladies that they're in the hospitality space, and they're not afraid to talk about their experiences, or give advice on this or give advice on that, marketing specifically, or operations like Lauren does. So just make sure you guys follow those people on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Lauren Brown with Reimagine Hospitality, and then Marette Padavani. What else? Congratulations to Rosabel Vega. She is a new HR manager. I'm keeping manager at the Hyatt Place in Pasadena. In fact, her first day was today. So she let me know that she's starting on Tuesday. And I said, no, I didn't tell her I'll give her a shout out. But, of course, that's what I do, right? I give people a shout out. So once again, congrats to Rosie Bell Vega, housing manager at the Hyatt Place in Pasadena. Industry news. Did you guys know that for 2021, Hospitality Power Index selected me as one of their 50 most influential hospitality leaders? I just have to say that. I'm not bragging. I'm just explaining what that's what's going on. Okay, um, so thanks so much, Hospitality Power Index. This has been a while back, but I always make sure I mention it. If I don't, it's on my list of things that I talk about. So I can't just bypass it, right? So there's 50 people, I think, here in the United States. I was one of those 50. So thank you again for that. I do appreciate that, and I don't take that lightly. Hotels are getting back to business, but still lack employees. That's what's going on, right? So hotels that can run aren't running 100%. They're running like 70%, 80% because they only have enough people to clean or to take care of 80% of their hotel. So, but with all that being said, make sure you pack your patience. I've been saying that for a while now, but I think it's important because hotels are trying to come back, and now with this Delta variant, I don't know how that's going to affect things that are going on, but hopefully not as bad as the first round of COVID. So hopefully not. But hopefully hotels stay on track. But when you're traveling, make sure you pack your patience because, like I said, if they're understaffed, you're not gonna get the same amount. And I'm not saying this is for every hotel across the board. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that this is affecting some hotels. Okay, and just make sure you practice your patience. The level of service is not like it was for some hotels. A lack of training may be an issue too. Because hotels are just trying to get heads in beds, right? Because they've lost so much money. We're just trying to get heads in beds. We want people butts in beds or heads in beds, however you want to put it. That's what they're trying to do. So there you go. Oh, and you know what? And now to Eric, I'm sorry. Natalie Finzi Gibson, she started a new position too. I think I mentioned last week, but since Eric's on here, I want to make sure I mention that again. So she's the new director of sales and marketing at the Courtyard Monrovia. In Monrovia. I think I froze a little bit, but I just wanted to mention again, Natalie Finzi Gibson, new director of sales and marketing at the Courtyard Monrovia. So just in case I was frozen, and that's why I repeated it again, just in case you're like, why is he repeating that, multiple times? Who's hiring? I think I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh well, we'll have to do that next week. I don't know who's hiring. Somebody's hiring, but hcareers.com, and I'm sweating. So I told you guys that it's hot out here, and I may start perspiring a little bit, but we're gonna get through this. I don't have long. I don't think. The power of content. In fact, if it's okay, I'm gonna twist my camera around. Because yes, it is. And I said my back to. I just you guys view. Back was to the sun, and yeah, it's getting hot. But that's okay. But like I said, we're gonna get through this. Power of content. Use social media consistently to get your message out. With product or services, stay relevant, and it should be a huge part of your marketing strategy. I mentioned that every single week, so make sure we're doing that right. It should be social media is important, and it should be part of your strategy, whatever your service or product is. Of course, my product and service or host. So make sure that's a huge part of it. I use social media all the time. I use all the platforms, and don't limit yourself to one and two platforms. Make sure you use multiple platforms because, like I said, I gave it um, some advice a while ago. I gave you an example of me being in Instagram jail now for a week, and I can't post anything. I can't like anybody's stuff. I can't make comments. I can't do anything. All I can do is look. That's it. So there you go. What else? Non-meat eats. I think you guys saw in the video what I've been eating for the last couple of days here. Cauliflower wings. You know what? One thing about Costa Rica, they eat pretty healthy and they have healthy options. There's a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. So with someone who is 100% plant-based and vegan, if that's what you want to call it, they have some good options at most of the restaurants. All the restaurants I've been to, they've had some options for me and nothing good. And if it's not good, you get this Lozano salsa, which is in a bottle. It comes in a bottle called Lozano, Lizano. They call it salsa, but it's not spicy at all. It's just well seasoned. It's very good. So if you ever see Lozano, I think I ever had one bottle. I think I'm gonna get about 3 more. Pack those in a suitcase, bring those back. I'll give them out as souvenirs. Here's a bottle of Lozano from Costa Rica. So cauliflower wings, gallo pinto. Okay, gallo pinto translates from Spanish to English as spotted rooster. What is that? It's basically beans and rice, black beans and rice mixed together. Sometimes they put tomatoes, they put in it, but it's cooked together. But sometimes they serve separately, like black beans and separately rice. But traditionally, I think it's cooked together. And I think a traditional breakfast for a tico is someone who's native to Costa Rica. They have gallo pinto, and then scrambled eggs, and like toast and fresh fruit, and fresh vegetables like a avocado or something like that. So mayo and avocado. That's kind of typical Costa Rican breakfast, from what I understand. So, but I don't eat the egg, so I just eat the fresh fruit and the gallo pinto. So I've been fooled. I can't complain, and it's good. And then the Imperial beer or Imperial, and then Chili Guaro. Okay, Chili Guaro. Lozano, missed that stuff. I put it on everything. Yes, Eric. Maybe I'll have to bring you a bottle, Eric. Okay, give it to Natalie and ship it to you. So, hotels being consistent about with our content or messaging. We keeping things up to date, meaning whatever our protocol is during this. We're doing this variant thing again here in California. This whole variant thing, the variant COVID. So inside public places, they're asking you to wear a mask again. So if that's the protocol, make sure you put that on your website. Make sure you're posting signs about that. And most hotels are doing it, but every now and then I hear that a hotel that hasn't done it or they forget to do it. But you want to make sure people are comfortable. They know what to expect when they're there. Okay, I'll give you an example. And this has nothing to do with the mask. It has to do with when I flew into Costa Rica, there's 3 things that are required, or actually 4 things that are required when you go through customs. One is you have to have insurance, okay? Because if you get over here, you get COVID or whatever. They want to make sure that you have money for you to stay an extended period of time, like, to be quarantined, right? So you have to pull $50,000 in insurance, and then another $2,000. I mean, it's all insurance related. So basically, say $52,000 of insurance for that. Of course, you have to have your passport, and another thing, they have to know where you're staying. Okay, and the staying part may be prevalent with a lot of different destinations, but to come here, you definitely have to have insurance. Which was, and you need to make sure you have proof of insurance and everything when you're going to the customs agents. So I got pulled out of line for something. I can't remember what it was, because there was something that didn't make sense to them. Or I don't know. Anyway, but I got through. Okay, but you need to know that ahead of time before you come. Any destination you're going to, if you're traveling to any destination, find out what their protocol is and be ready when they ask you for it, because you have to be. Because you can't get out of the airport without it. So anyway, there you go. So make sure we're sending out the right messages in our protocol. And then the services that are open or that are not open. Is your restaurant open? Okay, make sure you put that on your website. If your restaurant is closed, make sure you put that on your website. Those things are important. Masks are required indoors in LA County. I just mentioned that regardless if you've been vaccinated or not. So you want to make sure before you travel anywhere, locally, staycation, vacation, nationally, you want to make sure you have all that taken care of. Contact information if you want to get a hold of me, Russell of Hotels. Email is russell@russellofhotels.com. Sponsorship opportunities, things like that, be on the show. Just make sure you reach out to me, russell@russellofhotels.com. Go to my website, russellofhotels.com, and go from there. Um, let's what else? What else? What else? What does Russell for you have this show? What do you do? Well, I have the show. I'm a host of On Air with Russell of Hotels, where I invite hospitality professionals to come in and talk about their brand, talk about themselves, talk about the industry, whatever they want to talk about. Well, I guide the questions, right? There's certain questions that I ask, but no one knows the questions that I'm asking, right? But they're all about you, all about your brand. So these are questions you should know anyway, right? But I invite hospitality professionals to come on, or if I don't have a hospital professional, talk about what's going on in my world within the industry. This trip, what's required, tourism, the place I'm staying. So I mean, those are things that, and jobs, what's open, what jobs are open, or our hotels, just trend, what's going on in our industry. So which are things that are important to all of us. It's not just important to the hotel people, but it's equally as important to people that are choosing to travel or not to travel. Okay, so just like some people question like, you're in Costa Rica. I don't know how many messages I received when I posted something that I was actually like, are you here? Or are you? Those are just here. Are you doing? Or am I doing social media for the Costa Rica Tourism Board? I said no. I'm actually here. I'm actually here getting a little R&R, right? Even I deserve a little R&R, right? So there you go. So what else does Russell of Hotels do? Hotel site selection. So you guys know what that is, right? Uh, co- Collaboration, connecting people, and pointing people in the right direction. I also try to do that as well. Any advice that people want to know about social media as it involves hotels or destinations or just anything within the hospitality space, I'm here to answer those questions or to talk about it or discuss it. How is your professional or personal brand staying relevant? These are questions I ask every week, and these are for you to answer. Okay. How is your professional or personal brand staying relevant? Are you posting things? And remember, do not limit it to one platform. All right, I gave an example. I'm not going to say that again. Number two, knowing what you now and that you're doing differently, and now meaning, you know, post pre-pandemic or during this variant stage or whatever. What are you doing differently? Number three, have you connected with anyone new lately? Or anyone old, meaning people that you've lost contact with because in the last year and a half because of this COVID. You need to reach out to those people, see, make sure they're good, make sure they're doing okay. Some people have transitioned into new careers. Some people are retired. I mean, but we need to find out if we were keeping contact with those people prior to COVID, we should be keeping in contact with them now. So we didn't know what's going on with certain people. Some people have gone back to work, and if you have gone back to work, make sure you let people know. Post something. The power of content, right? Content is something that you create. You create what the story you want to tell. No one else can dictate what your story is. No one else can tell your story like you can. So no one else can tell the story of Russell of Hotels or Russell Edmond or whatever. Okay, I'm the one that create this content. I have um, this guide that I go through. Okay, I created everything that's on here. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It may not be people may. It's not a big deal. It doesn't look like anything. It's not, and that's what I'm talking about. It's not hard at all. The hardest part is pushing that button that says go live. That is the hardest part because what you can do or what you do, what you're capable of doing, what your brand is, what your brand stands for. The hardest part for anyone is pushing that button that says go live. And then when it says you're now live, and people are like, what do I do now? Talk. That's what you do. So, so there you go. So make sure, um, whatever I just say. Anyway, have you connected with anyone new lately? That was number 3. Number 4, has this situation taught you? Has this situation taught you that maybe you do more lives? Maybe you need to be more out there. Maybe you study more. Maybe you need to do more webinars. Maybe you need to read more. I mean, learn different things. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what it's taught me. So I've done a myriad of things. I've learned some new things. I've immersed myself in all these, videos. In fact, hotel ownership was never a thing that I even talked about or even thought about until Davon Reeves started putting things out. And I'm like, she started hosting seminars and things like that. So I've been taking advantage of those seminars. And if I don't buy one, I mean, I know people that are interested because they've approached me before, like, how do we buy a hotel? Well, and I didn't know the steps. Well, guess what? I know the steps now. So boom, that's what it's all about. It's all about educating more information. And that way, if you're not using that information, you can give that to give that to someone who may be interested in hotel ownership. Okay, so that's what it's about. It's about gathering information and sharing that with people that may be interested. So knowledge is key, knowledge is power. Okay, so there you go. Where am I? I've lost my hold on. Number 4, I already said that. What has the situation taught you? I already said that. Um, More social media presence. Those are things that you do. More lives, more podcasts. Be a brand advocate, okay, or need brand advocates. Hotels need brand advocates, and those are the people that will say something positive about your brand, your hotel, your restaurant for free, not expecting anything. And I gave the example of Southwest Airlines, and I'm a fan of Southwest Airlines. And I always, if I'm taking off or landing, I'm taking a video or whatever, and I make sure I post that about Southwest Airlines because I'm just happen to be a fan of their brand. And like I said, I'm not asking for anything. I'm just a fan of the brand. So I'm a brand advocate of Southwest Airlines. And I'm a brand advocate of Costa Rica. I'm not asking Costa Rica to give me anything. I mean, they already give me anything. They give me nice people. They give me food. They give me, an eco-friendly destination, which is only, I mean, this is the top 11. And the top 11 is one of those, I don't know where it is in 11. I mean, the top 11, I'm not sure where it is, where it lies within those 11 destinations, but it is one of the top 11 destinations in the world as far as eco-tourism. Who knew, right? But yeah, I mean, there's rainforest. Everything's green. It's humid as heck. It's tropical. It's all those things. And I wish you could see there's coconuts that are growing on this coconut tree right here, and they're still green. The coconuts we see are the ones that are ready, in the store, right? They're brown and fuzzy. But I see some green ones that are there's a couple of them that are like the size of my hand, and there's some that are a couple that are a little bit bigger than that. But it's just an interesting destination. And let's see what else. And we're coming at the end here. I think I'm 38 minutes in. So do more social media presence. Have more social media presence. Do more lives. Do podcasts. Be a brand advocate or find brand advocates for your brand. Do you think your content is boring? If so, get creative. Do Instagram Reels, TikToks, or even YouTube Shorts. I mean, you can get your music, you can do whatever you want to do, but be creative. If you think I don't think anyone's content is boring. I think it's all about the message and who you're trying to reach. That's what I think. But if you think it's boring, get creative. Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. There you go. Marketing is never about you. It begins with your audience and what they want. Once you know what your audience wants, connect them with a product or service in a way they want to receive it. So in a way they want to receive it, not the way you want to put it out, hoping they're gonna receive it. it's up to them to receive it in a certain way. So if you know most of your audience is on Instagram, well, you need to be on Instagram. If not, if they're on Facebook, then you, so, I don't need to keep going to every platform, but you understand what I mean, I'm sure. Let's see. Hotel brand advocate, I already said that. I'll just give you the definition. Is a guest or employee of a business who proactively shares info about your hotel to their networks via social media, word of mouth, email, or through content without any incentive other than their love for your brand. That's what an advocate is. Let's see. And I always end the show with this. So it's called the Russell of Hotel, the 4 Ps. Purpose, know your why. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. 2, people, be a leader, be inclusive. Passion, either you have it or you don't. Perseverance, be consistent, continue to evolve, don't give up, and swerve when you need to. We swerve here on air with Russell of Hotels. We don't pivot, we swerve. It's funny, it always gets me when I'm hearing these lives or whatever, and people always mention pivot. I'm like, no, we swerve. I don't pivot. So anyway, so there you go. Leaders need to have more empathy during these times, meaning the COVID or the post-COVID or the variant. We need to have more empathy during these times. Be more inclusive of your teams. Use this time to develop yourself, separate you from the pack, learn something new, invest in yourself, and always stay relevant. And how do you stay relevant? Use social media. Let's see, focus on what you can control. Anything else, the heck with it. Can't control it. Why are you getting all upset about it? I can't control it. It's hot. It's hot as heck here. All I did was turn, instead of having my back to the sun, I got in the shade, right? So, but I'm still sweating, but it's humid, but that's okay. I can't control that. So either I can just go in the room and with the air conditioning, or I can stay out here and do what I'm doing. And I choose to stay out here, but I can't control that. So you can't control weather and heat and all that stuff. So control what you can control. The rest of that crap, let it go. And your brand is your culture, and leadership dictates where your company will go. So that is it. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this very special edition of On Air with Hotels. This is show number 118 for those who keeping score, and this is my first international live hospitality show. And like I said, we're live from Playa del Coco, which is in Costa Rica. It's about a 5 hour and 15-minute flight from Los Angeles. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go ride some ATVs and kind of discover some other parts of Costa Rica this afternoon. So that is scheduled for 2:45. So I'll take some pictures. Maybe I'll go live out there. I don't know. We're gonna see, right? But it's all about information, right? This show is all about hospitality, giving out information, and it may hit somebody. This may reach someone that's interested, maybe in Costa Rica. Maybe they never thought about it as a destination, and maybe now they're thinking. So that's what it's all about, right? So never think that your information doesn't reach anyone. All you got to do is reach one person. Okay, so let's say there was 1,000 people on this, listen to this show or watch this show. All you do is reach one. I'm not going to reach all 1,000 people. That's where people get caught up in numbers, meaning, oh, I got 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 followers. But guess what? You're not reaching all 100,000 followers. There's just no way. You're just not doing that. Okay, a certain percentage you're going to reach, and you're not going to reach all those followers. But the thing of it is, the information you do put out, make sure you reach that one person or those people that actually want what you have. Okay, well, if that's information, um, that's whatever the information is. Okay, so you need to make sure you're putting out some content to reach that one person. So that may be during that one call, there may be only be that one person that actually appreciates what you do, right? So all I'm trying to do is reach that one person. If I reach more than one, then okay, that's great. But my job is to reach that one person. And that's how I look at it every single day. Every live that I do, every social media content creation that I do, every post or whatever you want to call it. I'm just trying to reach that one person. And if I get 1,000 people that did, okay, that's wonderful. 1,000 making comments. Okay, so don't get caught up in the numbers. Control what you can control, right? That's what comes down to. So anyway, that's it. I didn't mean to go off on that thing, but that little tangent. But sometimes you have to do that. But hey, go Chargers! I had to rep, the Chargers today in Los Angeles. So you guys have a great day. Oh, and what is this right here? This is a mosquito repellent. It's kind of cool, right? You thought it was kind of, oh, Russell wears like a little bracelet or whatever. No, this was a mosquito, okay? And so far, but I think this was bought in LA. Mosquitoes are different. They didn't know anything about this stuff in LA, so this works for the mosquitoes in LA, but they may not work for the mosquitoes here. So I have been bitten a couple times, but not like some people that did not have it. So, but that's it. You guys have a great day. Once again, thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Any questions at all, please feel free to email me at russell@russellofhotels.com. Until next time, until the next live, put a V